Just a few things. One is that 50% of India for the year 2070 is still to be built. So we will see 500 million Indians getting into the process of urbanization in the next 4 to 5 decades. And the challenge for India is to really do good design in its process of urbanization. It's very critical that we bring citizens center space in that. And that's important because we should not make the kind of mistakes which many other countries have made when they were urbanizing. America, for instance, their car companies actually bought over the railway companies and destroyed them so that cars could sell. And America has about 1,150 cars per 1,000 people. Europe has about 950 cars per 1,000 people. India has just about 22 cars per 1,000 people right now. So as we move from a low income to mid income and a high income country, and our ambition is to be a $30 trillion economy by 2047, it's important that we design cities for people and not for cars. We create cities which are for cycling and walking and for mass transportation. And we also design them in a sustainable manner, because much of the urbanization of the world, when it was happening, climate challenge was not a major issue. But 2023 has been the hottest year in the history, and 2024 will be even hotter than 2023. And therefore, the design component of what you design in terms of drainage, sewage, solid waste, for climate sustainability, all will be very critical issues. And I think that will be a very major challenge on how to bring citizen and the user center space in that. I think the second key issue will be that, the only way for India to catch up with the rest of the world will be, and in terms of providing better happiness to the citizens, will be how we use technology to leapfrog. And technology will be very critical. We've demonstrated that we could design a better system. Unlike the big tech model of the western part of the world, where all innovation in the last 3 decades has been brought in by Google, Apple, Meta, Amazon, and in China by Tencent and Alibaba. We designed a system which was open source, open API, globally interoperable, and where through the digital empowerment protection architecture, we could say that the citizens will own their data. And we've therefore today enabled between 2015 and 2017, we opened up 550 million bank accounts. We embedded them with the digital identity and the mobile number, which enabled all of us to do fast payments, and we today do 50% of the fast payments in the world. And then we use that payment history for many of our startups to provide credit for people below poverty line. And then you had many startups like Zerodha, Grow Upstock, who could, because of the design, take the digital public infrastructure to Tier 2, Tier 3 cities and rural areas. And today, almost 35% of India's stock market is owned by these young startups. And then you had new insurance companies like GoDigit and Acco, who could take insurance to Tier 2, Tier 3 cities. So what India has demonstrated through better design is our ability to do transactions on fast payment, credit, stock market, insurance between 30 seconds to 1 minute. This doesn't happen anywhere else in the world. And it was just because of better design of digital identity for 1.4 billion people of India, which could be used to do many other things. And I think this design can now be used for improving learning outcomes, for improving health outcomes, for nutrition, for improving nutrition, tracking all our ASHA workers, etc., and actually make a huge difference on social indicators and human development index. The third point I want to make is that it's very important that we make a difference to children at a very young age as far as design component is concerned. Because the minds grow best between age of 2 to 5. And we put kids into school too late. So actually, when they go to Anganwadis or preschool, as we call them, but majority of India goes to Anganwadi, it's very important that we teach the spirit of innovation at a very young age of 2 onwards there. And we teach, with that they'll learn the spirit of better design at a young age. And therefore, one of the things which we started in Niti Aayog was the Atal Tinkering Labs, where students from class 2 to class 10th could use. We opened up about almost 12,000 tinkering labs in the school, so that from 3D to AI to all kind of new technologies they could tinker around in schools. And that made a huge difference to the innovative and design mindset of children at a very young age. The fourth point I want to make is that whatever we do in terms of the design component, while the citizen has to be center stage, it must have a contemporary feel to India. And it's important that we present a young, lively, vibrant India, because we are a very young India. The average age of India is just 29. The western part of the world is aging. China is aging. India is very young and will remain young till 2047. Our average age will still be just 35 in 2047. So when we did the design component for Incredible India campaign, and the design director, V. Sunil, is sitting here, we had a very contemporary feel to it, which made a huge appeal to the rest of the world. We differentiated India from the rest of the world by being contemporary and yet focusing on the strengths of India. And the strength of India lies in its ancient civilization. We went back to yoga, we went back to Ayurveda, we went back to meditation. We did all that, but in a very contemporary design format. And that really appealed to the rest of the world. So these are the few points I want to make, but I entirely agree with Don that whatever we do, the citizen has to be center stage. We are at the beginning of India's story. We are a $4 trillion economy. We are the 5th largest economy in the world. In 3 years' time, we'll overtake Japan and Germany to be the 3rd largest economy. And we are aiming to be a $30 trillion economy by 2047. That means you will be growing 8x bigger by 2047. And design has to be embedded in everything that we do. Every bit of what we do, design has to be a very integral component of all our developmental and growth strategy. And the citizen has to be center stage as a part of that design process. Thank you.